Hi, I'm Chuck with Fish Fighter Products. We're out on the water today to kind of retell the story of our SRS, or our sliding rail system. Those of you that maybe have followed us through the years know that we invented this system years ago, and when we did, the weather was so bad when we launched it that we actually had to make the video inside my shop, and I never really liked that video. I don't think it really told the story. So today the sun was shining, and it's in the middle of December, and we just saw it as a great opportunity to come out on the water and kind of retell the story. So I want to talk to you a little bit about our SRS system. And when I say SRS, I'm talking about our sliding rail system. And to me, it's a complete system for your boat. With our system, you can really clean up your boat a lot. You can really get organized. It allows you to place your rods in a real precision fashion, exactly where you want them. We've got all kinds of attachments that plug and play on these to allow you to reconfigure your boat. And it's just a great system. But I want to tell you a little bit about how this all evolved. And it's kind of like any product. You know, everything seems to be born from an evolution. You know, I can only imagine years ago when we had wooden or stone wheels, at least they did on the Flintstones, somebody at one point said, geez, these stone wheels are kind of heavy. Maybe we could make them out of wood. So somebody made them out of wood. Then somebody said, let's make them out of rubber. And then somebody had the ingenious idea after all those years to say, well, let's put some air in them and make them a little softer. So tires just keep evolving. And at Fish Fighter, we believe we're taking the fishing industry and we're just evolving it. We believe there are certain things out there that could just be done so much better. There's a lot of sliding rails that have come and gone on the market, and I tried them, and that's what led to this. You know, the first system I ran was only about 3/4 of an inch to an inch tall, the rail. Ours is 2 full inches. Well, what happens with the narrow rail system is there's no clamping force. You can see on this 2-inch, you got a big clamping force that'll take a lot of torque. When you start hanging sturgeon rods off of them, or these big 10-foot 6, 11-foot 6 salmon poles, and fish are hitting it, there's just a lot of abuse that goes on with your tackle, as well as just the abuse from wave after wave. You know, we say our products are for the hardcore fishermen because we're making products for people that really want to have their boat set up so that their rods, everything is precision placed right where they want it. It's a very organized and a very efficient boat. You know, when it's time to go fishing, sometimes, you know, that strike hour is very thin, and we want to make sure we can keep these rods in the water and our boat as efficient as possible. That's a long ways to get back to why we invented these, but I just think it's important that you know there was a lot of thought that went into this. When you buy our sliding rail systems, we offer them in a 24-inch, 36-inch, and 72-inch lengths, so you can configure your boat any way you want. I have a 23-foot Aluma Weld Columbia, and I have 3-foot, 6-foot sections on each side, but you can configure your boat any way you want. When you get your sliding rail system, it comes with these plastic spacer blocks that go on here. You put these on, then you screw it to your gunnel like I've done it here on this boat. Another option that's popular with a lot of the guys with the inboard jet boats that have aluminum handrails, we make this clamp system so you can bolt it to your round rails and then adapt our sliding rail system to it. And this has been a very popular option. A little bit how this system works. And again, I'm emphasizing system. You start out with the sliding rail, and you'll notice we have these detent holes in it. Here's our sliding block. It slides on, and it has a detent locking pin. So you slide your block to where it goes into the detent, and now your block is locked and secured. So this has pretty much a standard bolt pattern here that fits most. Let me grab, I got a Folby right here. If you want, you can bolt your rod holder directly to it. This bolt pattern fits most Scotty, Cannon, Folby, Cabela's, Fish On, all the different rod holders have been bolting directly onto this. Now for my boat, I like to use our SRS tackle tender system. And I'm going to show you that right now. If you're going to run our tackle tender system and our quick release system, you'll mount this quick release block on right here, just like I've got right here. So here's the system in its entirety. So I've started out with, let me slide this off. I've started out with our sliding block that's right here. And then I added on our drink holder, which you can see right here. And it has these spring detents in it, so when you put a soda or something in it, it locks it into place. Then I've added our quick release, which is right here, which allows me to run different length rod risers. So we make these in multiple different lengths and sizes. I particularly like this longer one because it gets my rod butts outside the boat and makes my troll wider, but it also gets the rod butt out so it inside of the boat is a lot more open. It's also neat when at the end of the day when I'm trailing home, I can just turn this around and it gives me lots of functionality. I'm going to take this off just for a second, show you a little more. Now here's our tackle tender, and we have this quick release lock right here so you can lock your rod in. New for this year, we're going into 2022. This is our quick lock system to lock your sinker in place if you want so it doesn't bounce around. We've got a holder here for bottom bouncers. You can put a small flasher here, a larger flasher here. This is a clip-on for our bait towels. And we have a big tray right here where you can put your herring, your super bait, your spin fish, whatever you want. We're going to show a little bit more of that as the video progresses. But what's so neat about this, I'll take the drink out, is that if I want to move this system, let's say, I'll go ahead and put the rod riser on. Let's say I want to slide this system and I want to move it towards the back of the boat. It's very easy, and then I just lock it into place. Now I've got my rod back here. If I want to take this thing and move it clear to the front of the boat, I can just completely disconnect the system and move it forward. You just get all kinds of options with it. Another neat thing that we did, and one of our pro staffers, Austin Moser, helped us come up with this, and that is when you're fighting a fish and you got a net coming along, you don't want stuff hanging. So we designed this so if you're fighting a fish with one hand, you can twist this lock, take this out of the way, and now you've just cleaned up the whole side of your boat so you can easily net a fish. So as you can see, there's a lot of functions. As I'm talking, our engineer Chris is sitting in the background kind of motioning to me that there's more. I mean, there's just more and more to our system. Like right here, here's a perfect example. I'll go ahead and unlock it. This is our fillet table, and this is our small one. And we use the fillet away fish mats. We really like these things in conjunction with our system. But when it comes time to put this guy away, you just fold it, fold these legs up, and then you can store this under the bow or under the seat of your boat. But again, if I want to set my fillet table back up here, I'm just going to unlock this. I'm going to grab a quick release off the front rail, slide it over here, fold these guys out, and then just move this rail over. And then just like that, I'm ready to start filleting fish. This is also a great place to put your barbecue grill if you want. And again, it's just all about choices. Take this guy out, fold it up, set it out of the way, and just start reconfiguring. You know, I can slide everything. And that's why when I set my boat up, I like to put about a 9-inch gap right here so that I can slide this off and move it. Let's say I want to take and run one from the other side. For whatever reason, I can take this guy off, and now I can turn the whole system around. So as you can see, it's a very, very versatile system. And it's something we're really proud to bring to the market because it works. If there's one thing that I hear over and over about our fish fighter products, is the quality. One of my goals as the founder was to build generational products. I wanted to build fishing products that were going to last a lifetime and that could be handed down through generation to generation. Thanks for spending some time with me today, and I really hope to see you out on the water.